Alright, I don't know what was going on with my settings, but we fixed it. Alright, let's see here. Find an expert on awakening somewhere. Rogue knight. Let's see. Okay, believes in Dunrid Row. Which way is Dunrid Row? World map. World map. Catacombs. Alright. I think we finished everything up here. But let's go into first fires. And then, yeah. Keep moving. I think we have all the quest stuff done over here. We found out that we need to... Heritage Hill, maybe? Audra's Gift. Wait a minute. Orsic was kicked out of the Crucible Knights by a fellow knight named Pinhelm. Worst of Spears confiscated his breastplate. Orc asked me to receive a breastplate from Pinhelm. He believes his rival might have forged a document from Dunrow verifying the purity of his soul. I can prove Pinhelm's forgery. I may have leverage to get it. And first fires. Alright. So we'll go here. I'm so confused. Where is this thing at? Document from Dunrid Row. Where is Dunrid Row?
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
I'm so confused. Check over here in Audra's Gift, maybe? Let's check out these buildings. A bunch of attics, okay. You know what? Through Death's Gate. Undying Heritage. Vision of an ancient tower in the derelict district of Defiance Bay. There's a strange man and a tower. Is there any towers? Oh. Maybe that? I don't know what the derelict district is. Yeah, there's no Syrian Falls, Hearthstone. All this is done. That's the only. Oh, let's just screw it. Let's just keep moving. A youngish elven man squints at you surprised. You can't just barge into someone's home like this. Who do you think you are? Who are you? The elf who lives here. Now get out. Alright, well, good talk. I was gonna take your things and then, ooh, lots of money. We'll be on our way.
I've never been to Nasitok. Is it very cold? What creatures wander the tundra? How are your leaders chosen?
Do you always ask this many questions?
Well, that's just to get us started. Let me get out.
The woman looks like she hasn't slept in days. Her hair is a rat's nest of tangles, and her eyes are lined with shadows. She casts an anxious glance at the door. Her eyes widen somewhere between hope and apprehension. Are you here about Darren? No, but if it's something I can help with, I will. Calm down and just start the meeting. Let's go with rational. It's my son. His father, Wade, took him fishing 2 days ago, and I haven't seen them since. The neighbors are no help, and the city watch hardly bothers with the gift these days. I'd be out on the docks looking myself, but I can't leave the baby. Her eyes wander in the crib. She lowers her voice. I don't dare take a Hollowborn out with that violence near the brothel. Tell me more about their disappearance. What do you want to know? Tell me about Darren. The ghost of a smile flicks across the lip. He's a brave lad, if a little too bold for his own good, but he's always been a dutiful son and a gentle brother. He's got dark hair, quick eyes, and a ready smile. When you find him, you'll recognize him in a heartbeat. I'm sure of it. Tell me about Wade. She scowls and brushes. Sometimes I don't know whether to rejoice or rue that he comes home often as he does. He spends most of his time and all of our money drinking at the brothel. He has ever since. Where did you see them last? Wade was taking Darren fishing at the docks. That was 2 days ago. I have no more questions. I'll be back if I find anything. You don't know how. I don't know how to thank you. I don't have much to spare these days, but Audra's bless you for anything you can do. Alright, new quest. Find Darren. This man's fancy clothes are ripped and blood flows from a fresh cut above his eye. He tries to push himself up, but his arm is shaking. He winces painfully. Help him up. Thank you. He gasps as he rests my head. What happened? He carefully dabs the bloody nose with a silk handkerchief. I was just on my way to the club. He slowly stretches out one leg, grimacing at his scraped knee. It's a rough part of town, but the rabble's never been violent. Even a night with a Cooley isn't worth this. He limps away.
Nothing like this in Gilded Vale. Just Wallaruna the milkmaid. She knew what she was doing.
Visit your
I'm
lands,
expecting to
see the
find the
sights.
leaden key.
I do love travel.
A bastion of Deerwooden culture.
The immovable woman watches you suspiciously, one hand tensed at her side, but as you approach, she relaxes and gives you a friendly, if weary, smile. I don't see many outfitted like you who aren't looking for trouble. You aren't looking for trouble, are you? What kind of trouble are you having? I found ripples across your blue facial markings, the kind that's bad for business. Local rowdies have taken to harassing my hard-working boys and girls, and our customers. They started showing up after a rash of Hollowborn, and they've been driving my regulars away. Passionate too. She looks you up and down, scratching chin. There aren't too many who care about what happens in a place like the Gift. But word is you're an exception. The Knights are too busy sniffing around Duck Avir to bother us commoners. And I'd just as soon not deal with their bureaucracy anyway. Tell me how I can help. These thugs tend to roam in groups, which suggests to me that they aren't random incidents. She places one large finger on your chest. You put a stop to these attacks, and I'll find a real nice way to thank you. She winks. Got me? If she means to bake us something, my vote is for cookies. I'll see what I can do. Oh, here's that one guy. Wade's eyes are red-rimmed and unfocused. He stares into a filthy mug as if searching for something. He shivers and takes another drink. Perhaps you've had enough to drink. What do you want from me? Your son is missing. You better explain what you're doing here. It's not like that. I was taking the boy fishing and I just wanted to stop on my way for a drink. A quick one. So I told him to wait outside. I only meant to stay a few minutes. But by the time I came out, he was gone. And you sit here still? I don't know what I'm going to tell Ada. That's no excuse to sit here. Get your ass out there and look for him. You think I haven't tried? I've lived in Andra's Gift all my life. When someone's been missing this long... Wade turns back to his drink and takes a long gulp. See, is there anyone we can talk to? We talk to him, we talk to her. Orico?
Hail, traveler.
You have me at a loss. How could I afford time with such a magnificent creature? Enough flattery, I know how this works. And I shall save my breath for more pleasurable endeavors. You tell me. Some things must be experienced, believe. I'm good. Not here to grab prostitutes.
Hello.
Alright, yeah, no. This is all gonna be prostitute stuff.
You
Alright,
must get-
let's dip out here and see if we can find anything. Alright, so we got two quests. One, we need to find these, like, bandits or thugs, whichever, and stop them. Oh, here we go. What do we have here? Another tourist in the gift. He nods to his shifty-eyed companions. Let's give him a proper welcome. Let's talk this through. I'm afraid you're missing the point, friend. End dialogue. Alright, cool. You attack him. Easy enough.
Yes?
Huh?
Ready, Watcher.
Following your lead. Brave thou Philotheally. Brave thou
You give me any more gifts and people will start thinking you're playing favorites.
How do you do? Hail and well met.
Oh, all kinds of goodies in here. That's really good. Ooh, Soul Whip. That could be really good. Only, oh, we don't have a cipher. Dang. I was hoping that would, like, give somebody Soul Whip. Oh, man, he has all kinds of crazy stuff. He's got puppies and kitties. Aww. Get a kitty cat. Anyway. It's a lot of money. Let's see what we got to sell. Sell that, sell that, sell that, sell that. Sell this. Not much. Alright, well, we can't afford any of that guy's stuff.
God's damn that son of a cool.
Oh, I know this girl. An angry woman clenches her jaw and stares out toward the harbor with gleaming golden eyes. Eventually, since your presence, she turns her feathered head towards you.
Want to run it down on its luck, Valiant Trading Company? If you have more than half a brain, you could really do something with it.
She clenches her jaw and continues quietly.
As As long as you're willing to clean up a few bloodstains.
Enough silver and gold to be surprised how much you can clean up just about anything.
True enough. Verzaano's just lucky no one's trying to pay him in steel these days. Sooner or later, his luck will run out.
The woman looks back at the warehouse for a moment and grimaces. After a slight nod in a direction, she storms off.
Greetings.
An old man paces the dock, looks over the water, his fussing over something large and round. He continually shifts from one hand to another. You're not certain whether his wide eyes, gaped mouth expression marks surprise or fear. It seems he isn't either. You, don't look like a guard. He examines you and your equipment more closely. Say, you wouldn't be interested in making some coppers, would you? He shows an object in his hands, a large round opal with Ingwethan runes carved into it. It glistens with his sweat. See the ship that went down over there? I've been looking for someone to help me recover some missing cargo. Have you seen a boy named Darren around here? I see him near every time I'm at port. He nods and half-sunken boat. He's the one who found the opal. Good kid, despite that loafer of a father. Any idea where he could be now? The boy loves the ships. He's probably playing pirates and sailors if he hasn't stowed away with some cargo. Thank you for the information. You still ought to tell him old Ed Mill remembers the deal. I owe him a basket of mussels for finding that opal. Tell me more about this missing cargo. We started in Cold Morn and we were making our way down the river, loading and unloading as we went. Business as usual. Give me the short version. We picked up some crates in Kaiban Relog. Suits of armor and a broken scepter is what I heard. We were almost to Defiance Bay when the armor came to life and slaughtered everyone in the hold. So I locked the hatch. I'm just a deckhand, but I was the only one left. I piloted the ship the best I could, but I got hit in the rocks as we're passing Brackenbury. I barely made it to Audrey's Gift before I had to jump overboard and swim to the docks. I'd given up my cargo, not to mention the payday, when one of the lads pulled this up in his nets. It shows the opal again. What happens if I find the rest? You find the missing pieces of the artifact. I've got an animancer friend in my expedition days who finds stack of coppers. All I want out of this is a few hundred pans for my lost payday. If that sounds fair to you, I'll give you this stone and the name of my contact once you have everything else. Seeing this kid dredge the stone up in his net, I'd wager you could probably find the missing pieces out in the shallows during low tide. About the relic, yes. You remember what you ran once with this relic? She was tinkering with these things back when we were young. I used to think she was a fool. Retiring to some dusty study at Brackenbury. But after that horror on the boat, I'm thinking she made the wiser choice. Farewell. Alright, another quest.
Hey.
A dozen Adiran ships were shattered against these levees during the War of Defiance. Best to heed the astrologers, I find, where tides are concerned.
Place gets my blood beating in all the right places.
This young lanky sailor is wringing his cap anxiously, sweat beading on his furrowed brow. His eyes widen as you approach. He takes a few steps forward.
Gods keep you.
If you a moment, you're not from around here, right? You don't look like you're from the docks. I could use your help. What's the problem? Oh, thank you. They weren't lying, saying you're a kind-hearted sort. He runs his hand through his hair nervously. It's the captain, or rather, not the captain himself, but his chest, or his sea chest. He keeps all the valuables in there tucked away safe. I was unloading it with the rest of things well, with us staying in port for a couple days, and I might have gotten a little distracted. Marco nods towards the building nearby. I wasn't gone long, just an hour at the salty mast. When I got back, the chest was gone. It really hasn't been that long. Whoever took it can't be too far, but the shifts change and I'm on watch. I can't sneak off to look for it, and the captain will kill me if he hears of it. I'll get strung up on the yardarm. Please, if you can get it back from me, I swear by the flame, I'll make it worth your while. You can have my pay. I won't be spending it if Captain Fortinero finds out anyway. Any ideas where the thieves might have taken the chest? Well, the chest itself is pretty heavy. Nobody I've asked to see getting carried away either. I figure they must have snuck it off somewhere nearby, just out of sight. They can't have gone far. Farewell. Alright.
I can do that. I can do that.
Or not. Alright, somewhere nearby. Maybe check the lighthouse? Billion Trading Company, Ramshackle House. Actually, let's go check there first.
Hello.
Houston doing some construction work, pays good money. Sign me up. That's quick. Wait, you're not from around here, are you? Look, whatever the locals say, the superstition about the floods and the hauntings are complete nonsense. Audra's gift was flooded. Back in the end of the War of Defiance, it was one of the finishing blows to the Adrian military. It cost us a lot, though. The whole district was supposed to be evacuated, but not everyone's left in time. The Adrians put together anyone they found to the sword. The lucky ones who escaped the slaughter drowned hours later when Hadrat's forces broke the dam. Locals say the lighthouse keeper is one of the people who stayed behind and one of the last to die. I don't know what makes the lighthouse any more haunted than the rest of the gift, but there you have it. That won't stop me. Good. About time someone put an end to this foolishness. Just be careful. Not that I believe in ghost stories, but it's an old building, so watch your step. Go to the lighthouse. And I got like 4 quests in this area. Let's go in here, though. Ooh, I bet that's that key we got from those thieves.
Well met, friend.
If wears a defiant expression and a sturdy yet battered suit of armor. She seems to bear each scratch and the ding with pride. You don't look like you're one of the knights. Can I help you with something? I'm hearing about the trouble at the Salty Mast. Ordinary kith are angry, and they should be, with that crooked Amua toting up the nobles. She's using the tragedy of Waidwin's legacy to line her pockets. She's no better than the Adrian overlords we drove out 200 years ago. People around here know you to be an honest broker. Mace has made it so only the rich can afford her establishment. Yet she sits in the poorest district of Defiance Bay. How is that fair? We've taken matters into our own hands, but she's the real criminal here. Why don't you tell her to back down? That's a good point. I'll see if she can lower the prices. I'm glad you see our side. Alright. So for that question, you can go back. Take a run up here. See if there's anything. Thug. Talk to this guy? Nope. Grappling hook. What is this? Doesn't say. Let's go inside. take a look see in here, see if there's anything we can do. If not,